Sometimes it just feel like black women can never be good enough for black men. Y'all say y'all want natural women, but we wear our hair natural, and it's really if you're natural and you have a curly hair pattern that y'all like. Not if you're natural and you have a 4C. Y'all say y'all don't like makeup, but then y'all get the girls who wear makeup. Um, it's just so confusing to us, and I feel like usually the men are supposed to be the head, right? So if the man is the head, then y'all are leading the conversation and y'all are leading the trend of why we dress and do the things that we do, because ultimately it's to get a man, right?
Let's start here. She talks about the hair. She talks about how women wear makeup and men only date the women who wear makeup and whatever like that. So first off, again, you're looking at the men that you want. Those particular men are looking at those women that wear makeup because they want to smash them. They're not looking for anything serious. And if they are, they're getting into just like situationships. They're not vetting. They're not taking their time. They're just getting into situationships. And the only reason you even have your eye spotted on that particular person with that woman is because that's the man that you want. But that's the man that's no good for you. What's going on, people? This is your boy Say One's History. You are watching the Male's Perspective, you guys. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be updated for all cool new content that's coming out. Look, everybody knows on this side of the world, it is the 4th of July. So I want to wish everybody out there a happy 4th of July, you guys. And with that being said, I would be remiss, you guys, if I didn't wish my very beautiful wife, Mario, a happy birthday. Because on her side of the world, you guys, it is July 5th and it is her birthday. So shouts out to you, baby. I love you. Let's get into these videos, you guys. Let's go. So I wanted to start off with this video because, man, this reminds me so much of my father. And my father has passed away. He's gone. I miss him, but he is not forgotten, you guys. And you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and play the clip. I had to turn off the sound because I don't want to get a copyright for it. But just check this out, you guys. Just watch this and let's go. Yo, even without the music, it's still powerful. I remember when I had one of my many conversations like this with my father, and I was feeling myself. I literally just got out the army, and he was just yelling, and we was going back and forth, and we didn't actually talk for a while after that. Sometimes that happens to you guys, but we had our conversation. I had my coming to Jesus moment, and it was all good, man. But like I say, fellas, if you got fathers out there, tell them you love them seriously, because If you have your mom and your father still in your life, it's I hate to say it, but it's more than likely that, the father will more than likely go before your mom. And if he does, you just remember it is his responsibility to give you that discipline with that love as well. And a lot of times as men, we don't really appreciate that. Even as like women and men, they don't appreciate it. So just remember that discipline instills lessons and values in it. And you may not like it at the time, it may be bitter. It's medicine that we never want to swallow. But at the end of the day, when we grow old, that medicine sticks with us and it ultimately makes us better people. So while you can, ladies and gentlemen, give respect and love to your father because he deserves it. I wish I knew this lady's name. If you guys out there know this lady's name, please let me know. I keep calling her the Muslim lady, and I want to give her much more respect and much more credit than that. She's always talking about her husband. And in this particular one, she says she was talking to a friend, and she asked her female friend, "How often do you sleep with your husband?" And it wasn't the response that she got back from her friend, it was the rebuttal that she gave her friend. So I want to go ahead and show you this. And ladies, I want y'all to specifically let me know what y'all think about this. So let's get it. Let's go.
She told me she sleeps with her husband pretty regularly, so I asked her, how often do you sleep with him? She said 2 times a week. Darling, 2 times a week is not regular. If you slept with him 2 times a week, that adds up to 8 days out of 30 days. You're
Damn.
only sleeping with him 8 out of 30. If this was an exam and you got 8 out of 30, you'd fail. So now let me ask you this question. Why are you accepting a failing grade in your marriage?
Woo! Why are you, ladies, why are you accepting a failing grade? Huh? Look, this is all I got to say about that, ladies. You can always stay late for extra credit. All right, I always say this, but once again, shouts out to Anton Daniels. We're about to get into it. Let's go.
But sometimes it just feel like black women can never be good enough for black men. Y'all say y'all want natural women, but we wear our hair natural, and it's really if you're natural and you have a curly hair pattern that y'all like. Not if you're natural and you have a 4C. Y'all say y'all don't like makeup, but then y'all get the girls who wear makeup. Um, it's just so confusing to us, and I feel like usually the men are supposed to be the head, right? So if the man is the head, then y'all are leading the conversation and y'all are leading the trend of why we dress and do the things that we do, because ultimately it's to get a man, right? I mean, usually, not for all women, but for most women, is to get a man. So we're going to do what's going to attract you. I mean, it's just basic nature. Like if you look at the animals and all that, they do what's going to attract their mate. So we do the same thing. So I'm just curious, like, why does it seem like it's so tough for black men and black women to just love each other and love each other genuinely and not have all these stipulations that we put on one another that we don't put on other races when we date outside of our own race? So it's no hate, it's just really the question, and I'm just sick of the hate that we spew against each other.
All right, I had to stop it right there. It sounds like this lady is really, really asking a question and she's really being genuine. So I'm going to answer her question here. Okay. The reason, okay, so I'm not even going to start there. Let's start here. She talks about the hair. She talks about how women wear makeup and men only date the women who wear makeup and whatever like that. So first off, again, you're looking at the men that you want. Those particular men are looking at those women that wear makeup because they want to smash them. They're not looking for anything serious. And if they are, they're getting into just like situationships. They're not vetting. They're not taking their time. They're just getting into situationships. And the only reason you even have your eye spotted on that particular person with that woman is because that's the man that you want. But that's the man that's no good for you. Okay, the man that is good for you, the man that you can't see, he is the man that you need to be paying attention to. He is the man that doesn't want to have you with all that makeup. He's the man that doesn't want to have you with all those wigs. That's the man you want to go for, okay? He is going to tell you, preferably, he doesn't want you wearing the makeup, the wigs, the eyelashes, because it comes with the spirit. It really does. Yes, women say it boosts up your ego. Men typically, are generally speaking, we don't have issues with women wearing makeup, but sometimes you do too much. I know ladies who put on makeup every day. And I'm not just talking about a little makeup. I'm talking about gobs of makeup. They literally wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to put on their makeup. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning too, but I wake up to do a workout. Okay? You shouldn't have to put on a whole fucking face. God made you beautiful, right? Just be yourself. Throw on a little bit of makeup, call it a day. We like the femininity of the person inside of you. The most important or the most valuable thing about a woman is how she acts and how she treats the person that she's interested in. It just feels and seems like when women have all that makeup on, they get a little bit too confident and then they get too big for their britches. That's what it just seems like to a majority of men. It has a bad connotation to it. It has a bad spirit to it. We don't like it. It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you I didn't line this up on purpose, but this is exactly what I was talking about in the last video. The makeup, the eyelashes, it brings on a certain kind of spirit. And when you have that spirit, first off, when guys naturally see the makeup, we automatically think you have that spirit, okay? And that just repels us off top, okay? But on top of that, let's say if a guy does try to talk to you and he gets this, see what I'm talking about. Just watch this.
Bitches nowadays can't even take their shoes off inside of the club because a nigga like this talking to me.
What do you mean, nigga? Like what?
I said, get the fuck out my face, right?
What do you mean?
Bitch ass nigga, get the fuck out my face.
What you mean? Like, I'm buff. What are you talking about? What do you mean, baby? I don't know.
Nigga, you got 3.5 seconds for this high heel going in your motherfucking eye socket.
Go on my eye socket. Why would you do that?
Do you think I'm playing?
Nigga, I ain't worried about that, man. You talking about eye socket all night. I ain't tripping on that.
Okay, but if I say get out my face and you ain't got out my face, why the fuck you still in my face?
Because I'm trying to figure out why you trying to be so hostile all of a sudden.
Because I don't want to talk to you, bro. Look how close you are to me.
I just walked up. I just walked.
You been walked up, nigga. I said get the fuck away from me 3 times.
I ain't been there.
And you're still here.
All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and cut it off right there. He is too close. I'm not even going to front. But at the same time, like, his ego is involved now, and he doesn't know how to leave. If it was me, I'd just be like, you know what? Deuces. I'm out. I already see it's too much of a headache. But his ego is involved. He doesn't know how to step away and just brush it off his shoulders. She is not what you want to be around. And let's say if you did get the opportunity to be with this girl and sleep with her, now you know, potentially put a baby in her. You really want to be around this person for the rest of your life? This type of attitude? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, I did not line these videos up, but it just seems like the way these videos are going, at least these last 3, I should title these the question, the example, and the response. Because the first one was the woman asking questions about why black men and women can't get along. And I was saying it's the spirit that you guys have with this makeup. At least that's one of the issues. The other one was the example, showing exactly what I was talking about of the woman with the makeup, the eyelashes. It just brings on a bad spirit. And then here is the cause and effect of that. Let's get into it, you guys.
Before I come to America, I didn't understand why so many American men came overseas to Ukraine to get a wife.
Okay.
So for me it was very strange why men go so far away, spend so much money, and etc. And today I understood why, because we have.
She's based as hell. Yo, Ukraine, she fucking gets it. Super base. Yo. No, continue on.
Yeah.
So I think because we have much bigger family values and we love to feel like a woman and we love to see the man like a man, and I think I'm a bit older than all of you girls, and I can tell you in my 36 years old, I love when men care about me. I love sometimes when he tell me what to wear, because it's a care, it's a love. How man else can show you the love? If he just wanna fuck you, he don't care what you're wearing. Believe me, he don't care. He just come and fuck you and leave. But if he care about you, he tell you, baby, please do this, do that. So this is care, a care. This is kind of love. So just appreciate it.
Wow. Wow.
What do you want me to say? She said everything that needed to be said. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a perfect segue to, what we were going over, what we were talking about. I was talking about the question, the example, and the response. Now I think we're going into the understanding. The women, at least some of them, are understanding the gravity of the situation, and it's real. Let's watch it. Let's see.
Men are now at a point to where they're walking away and they don't mind being alone. Y'all have messed it up. Women, a lot of us have messed it up. And like I said, even surprisingly to me, like, I was noticing and seeing so many men, like, I desire family. I desire commitment. I desire marriage. I desire to have a woman. I want to provide for a woman, take care of a family. Like, men have been wanting that. But now you're starting to see more and more men become more and more comfortable with the idea of not having any of that, because men are valuing and desiring their peace.
Facts.
Over everything else.
It's sad. It's true. It's really true. I mean, I love my wife. I don't see us, in any situation or any reality where we separate. But I will say this: if there is ever a time or a situation like that, even then, I still would never, just wouldn't. I wouldn't date a woman here in America. What I've witnessed, what I've experienced from my wife and just talking to women before my wife overseas, it's just night and day. And let me just say this. This has nothing to do with skin tone or race, because you can go over to a Dominican country, you can go over to a Cuban country where there's plenty of black people there. It's just the culture. It is the way you were raised here in America. And I think we're going to end it on this one, because Corey Holcomb really just brings everything that we were talking about home and just wraps it up in a nice little bow. I'll give my commentary afterwards. Let's get into it, you guys.
We used you to destroy the village. Now we really have no use for you no more. Your daddy ain't there. Your husband ain't there. Your son is raised wrong. Your daughter is watching you twerk. You have done what we wanted you to do well in destroying the village. The father of your child is probably in court with you over nothing. You ate from the forbidden tree. You went and used a system that destroys you to destroy your family. And now they have no use for you. Remember all the female black mayors and everything that was happening and all like that?
Yeah.
They ain't got no use for that shit no more. I see the girl. We are the most educated. Yes, they sold you a degree that ain't finna be worth. Yeah, you who have aged out and fell for the sucker shit in destroying your village, your family, and yourselves, the only thing you can do is try to tell your children, don't do what I did. All you women 40, 50, 60, it's over for you. You need to explain to your children, don't do what I did. Don't go around here talking about you don't need a man publicly. Don't go around bashing men for the most part publicly, because all these women who are on the internet for bashing men, there's a record of it. And I think we need to keep a record of these women in case they try to act like they something different later on. I'm talking about the moral.
Look, I agree with him. And even more to that note, I really feel like the women of this day and age, the 40 and 50, they got two choices. They can either stay in their ways and be bitter and be upset and actually tell the women, their children, their daughters, the same thing that their mothers and their aunties told them and let them go through the same thing that they're experiencing now. Or they can actually have a little humility and tell these women to actually do the opposite, do exactly the opposite of what I did. You know, try to focus on your family, try to work together with the man. Because I can tell you right now, if it's hard right here, 2025, it's only going to get harder. And we are going to have to work together. But the reality of the situation is that the women of today, right now, the women of now, they're done for. There'll be a few women that can get men. They'll be pretty. They may take some classes, some femininity, may actually be able to work it out. But the majority of the women that came up with this type of culture, came up with this type of upbringing, fuck all men, we don't need men, all that stuff, that's embedded in you. You can't change into a femininity fit or outfit overnight. It doesn't happen that way. This is years of programming, and men are going to be able to spot it. The only thing that's the messed up thing about this whole situation is that in this case, I really do feel sorry for women. I really do. Like, I'm not even being funny. The messed up thing about this whole situation is ladies will still get guys that will want to sleep with them. And when you get guys that want to sleep with you, they're going to tell you what you want to hear. And hence, you think that you will still have the options that you really don't have. And what that does, it allows you to waste more time. And what ends up happening is you become old, you become more bitter, and then your ways start to all add up. And then it just comes to a point where it hits you. And now you don't have any man trying to talk to you to sleep with you, let alone trying to be in a serious monogamous relationship with you. Look, guys, I know this video was a little bit heavy. I wasn't expecting to go into that much detail in regards to it, but it is what it is, man. I mean, I think, like I said, Corey Holcomb just brung it home with that village, and you destroyed the community. I mean, the women were literally told all the way back in the 60s, yeah, take the man out the house. Yeah, you don't have to worry about him. And even till today, it was all a lie. Degrees and everything, they're all controlled by the government. Degrees can be useful if the government wants them to be useful. So the best thing you can do is stick with the person that you know, stick with the village that you know. We all have problems. We all have issues. We all have things about each other that we don't like. But the reality is who are you going to trust? Are you going to trust your family, literally your family, or are you going to trust the government? I mean, it is really your choice. It is really your choice. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you watching. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. God bless, and happy 4th of July, you guys. I really appreciate you guys for watching the video all the way through. But if you can do me a little itty bitty favor and hit that subscribe button, it would really help if you hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. So thank you in advance. Appreciate it.